Hey guys, how you doing? Come on in. Make sure that you guys can hear me, and I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I don't know why I still have. I love y'all. I am on Sharon. I am on. Yes, I am here. Reset your computer. I just got a message from y'all, amazing people, and I am here. I am on. Just reset your computer, and thank you for that message. I'm trying to sit here and let me see. I'm looking down because I want to make sure that you can hear me. Let me see. Okay, good. We're good to go. We're good to go. We're good to go. We're good to go. We are good to go. I had to make sure that you guys can hear me. I don't know why that caption is still up there because we're not doing that anymore. How are we doing? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. It's Monday, y'all. Hello. You can hear me. I love it. I love it. Hey, Shamika. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Adrian. Thank you. Hey, before we get started today, if you're still first time catching my live, it's your girl, Sherri Summer Bell. I am your master financial life coach where I help women who are in the financial space build their credibility, community, and cash flow using my framework without sacrificing their family time. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, what happened? My internet went left in like 2 minutes. I don't know what happened, but we're here. We're back. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. I think we're back now. Let me show you that we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Make sure that we're back. Okay, good. Okay, good. We're back. Okay. I help, as I was saying before, if this is your first time catching me live, it's your girl Sherri Summer Bell. I have women who are in the financial space and insurance space build their credibility, community, and cash flow using my framework without sacrificing their family time. Welcome. Before we get in, can you tell us who you are? Tell us what you do. Go ahead in the chat if you can. If you're driving, don't do it. But if you're not driving and you're tuning in from home or in a safe space, go ahead and put in the chat who you are, what you do in case somebody is looking for you. Every Monday, unless it's a holiday or something, every Monday we go live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I had some technical difficulties, so took me a minute to get on here. I love y'all too. Y'all send me an email like, hold on, where you at? How come I don't see you? What's going on? I love this community. I love it. I love this community. Yes, yes, I love it. But I'm here. Shout out to everyone that's coming to our Unleash Your Inner CEO. Shout out to everyone this coming next weekend, the following weekend, July 15th, to Unleash Your Inner CEO in Sunshine, Orlando, Florida. I cannot wait to see y'all, to love on y'all. I cannot wait. I'm just excited for this conference because I know some life is going to be transformed. You will not come and be the same when you leave. I'm just excited to see you guys in person. All right. Now that that's out the way, we're going to talk about how to anticipate a client's need before acting. How to anticipate a client's need before acting. Why am I even talking about this? Why am I even dealing with this? Well, the reason why I'm dealing with this is because when it comes to getting clients, when it comes to generating leads, which is what everybody wants to do, right? Every time I ask somebody, what's your help? What do you need help with? I need to generate more leads. I hear that constantly every day. No matter what industry you're in, everybody biggest problem is I need to generate more leads. All right. So in order for you to generate more leads, you have to anticipate what a person needs before they need it. On yesterday, my husband was out doing his workout and he was power washing the house and doing all sorts of stuff. And he had on his little sweat vest because he likes to work out and all that good stuff. And he started sweating, but I was in the house watching my Netflix. And then it kind of dawned on me, like, he's out there working. Let me go ahead and get him a bottle of water because he's working, because he's power washing the house. He didn't ask for the water, but I anticipated a need as a wife. I anticipated a need that he's out there working hard for the family. So at least I can do is get the brother some water. Okay. So he's look at me. I gave him the water. He gave him a little sexy wink. Gotcha. And kind of like, hey, that's why I married this girl, right? It's the same way in your business. And if you have a spouse or you have someone, you know exactly what I mean. Like, we love people doing things before we even ask. We love that. I think part of my love language is act of service. And if what is your love language? If you guys know what I'm talking about, drop your love language. There's different type of love language. What is yours? Mine is act of service. And the goal is to be able to anticipate what someone need before they even ask for it. Or sometimes they even know what they need. Sometimes they don't even know what they need. So there are times when people, give an example, when people call you because they heard something on the radio that you can be 67 years old and get $1 million policy for $200 or $1 million policy for $50 because they heard it on the radio. Right? A whole life policy for $50 or a term life. You know, there's some craziness that I heard on the radio that they just use to get them to call the number. You know how that go. So then they calling you as an insurance agent saying, hey, this is what I heard. I heard that you can do, or they're talking about the Rockefeller, whatever he did. And now you got to explain to them what they truly need versus what they heard on the radio. And y'all ever have that problem before? And y'all put me in the chat if you can relate to what I just said. So if the goal of a good CEO is knowing how to market your business in a way that anticipate what a person needs. And oh my goodness, yes, I thought I'm not alone. I'm not. We have Sharon, who is a licensed life producer. Love it. Welcome. Well, we have Melissa. Is Iowa life producer. Love your video and post. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. Words of affirmation. Okay, Pam. So your word of affirmation, girl, he be all up in that ear talking about, oh, girl, you so pretty. I'm so grateful for you. I love it. I'm a life and agent investment advisor in multiple states. Okay, Queen, come through. Okay. So one of the things that when we talk about how to anticipate what your clients need, they'll share, what does that have to do with marketing? What does that have to do with generating leads? Well, I'm glad you asked. Okay. I'm glad you asked, because what that has to do with generating leads is no matter what anyone tell you, here's where financial professional get this wrong. And it's okay. And again, it's okay to get it wrong because you're not a marketer. I am. There's a difference, right? That's why I'm here. I'm here to teach you the missing gap that you don't know. You know, life insurance, you know, policy, you know, taxes, you know, real estate, but you don't know marketing. And because you don't know marketing, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. How many insurance agent that's a marketer that you know, not on, and they look like you? Okay. So I got you. That's what I'm here for. I'm filling in the gap. The thing about marketing, no matter what anyone was going to tell you, oh, I got 20 clients in 2 days, all that stuff, save the drama for your mama. Everybody who is effective in marketing, everyone who has made millions of dollars in marketing, do it one way. I'm going to teach you the way. I'm going to go dive deeper in Unleash Your Inner CEO at our VIP event. But they do it one way. Don't let anybody fool you. Like what I hate about when it comes to marketing, are you buying all these software systems, but buying all these funnels and buying all these systems that expect to bring the lead to you or generate leads and do all this stuff and buy all these different things. If you're not going to, let me just say this, if you're buying leads, right, that means you're going towards the lead. The lead's already there for you, you're going towards. I don't like those because there's not a relationship that was developed first. And then your chances of closing them is a little bit lower because there's not a relationship that was developed in the interim before you call them. So I don't like that way. I just don't like I don't like going in debt before you see your profit revenue. I don't like that. I don't like the gambling of that. And I'm a risk taker. I'm all about investing in personal development, but there's another way. There's a new way. That's the way we had to do it. That is the way we had to do it when we first got started. But now that technology, now that the World Wide Web is here, we have another way that we can do it. And we're going to talk more about that tonight. I got you. Trust me. You're going to get some value and some knowledge tonight. I'm ready. Trust me. I'm ready. Yes. So with that being said, you can go and chase the client. Like you can go buy your leads. The leads are the A leads, B leads, whatever you may, and it doesn't matter. It's the same thing, even regardless if you're in real estate, tax, or whatever. There are pre-leads, but the relationship has not been developed yet. So it's a lower closing rate, because they don't know you, you don't know them. There's a guy just came here and I live in a gated community. So when he came in, I'm like, okay, what do you want? So, but he's a sweet, I'm like, okay, I like your little sales pitch. You're doing good. So, but not everybody's as humble as I am, but I'm proud of him being able to get a 10 no's just for him to get one yes. And I love his hustle. But that's good and all based on what you're selling. But when you're in the space of insurance business, when you're in the space of insurance business and you have what we call the internet, and you combine the internet with social media, there's a new way you can establish yourself to get your high value 5-star clients without you having to pay for those clients. And that way, in order to do that, is anticipate what a client need and use that as a marketing attraction way of getting your clients, using anticipated marketing to get your clients. So we're going to dive deep inside of that, but I'm not knocking who, if you buy leads, you do what you do, baby. You do what you do. I just didn't have the money to buy no leads. Okay. When I started, do you. If it works for you, don't change it. If it's working for you, don't change it. However, I believe in multiple streams of income, queen. I believe in multiple streams of income. So I rather create a like, know, and trust factor in the space of social media. So when the person get on the phone with me to say, hey, I need a policy. Hey, I need to do my taxes. Hey, I need to do my business credit. Hey, I'm a first time home buyer. When the person get on the phone with me, they're not talking to me for the first time. So it's a warmer target market because we build some type of relationship over the internet streets. Okay. Build some type of relation over the internet streets. So when these gurus are telling you, hey, you get all these clients and all this stuff, understand that everyone, going back to what I was saying, my original thought, everyone get their clients on nurturing those clients. That's why your book of business and your email list is so effective. That's why, because it's money. Everyone, don't let nobody fool you. Don't let them fool you. Okay. When people are able to close people, that's because they've been building their email list of their ideal client for years. And what I don't mean that it takes years to get a client. It means they have that over time. So let's be clear. Let's do the math. Let's do the math. If I have, God, I wanted to share my screen with y'all, but this thing is not working. If I have 10,000 people on my email list, right? 10,000 insurance prospect. That means people I met with over time. That's why y'all need to be having systems so y'all can know who's on your list, right? If I have 10,000 people on that list, and let's say you have 10,000, what is 2% of 10,000? What is 2% of 10,000? Siri, what is 2% of 10,000? I want you to see this right now, because now it doesn't matter if you win, it doesn't matter if you lose, because these people that are on your email list, right? These people that are on your email list, the good thing about them is that they've been nurturing with you. You've been talking with them this whole time. So I want you to kind of get the idea in your head. That sales are made through, somebody just put it up here, Pam put it up here for y'all, through relationships, right? No, don't listen to the relationships. People easily say yes to you because they know, like, and trust you. So here's the thing. What's standing in your way? So you have a choice. Right? How to anticipate a client needs before they act. So you have a choice between, you can either buy leads with money you barely already probably don't have, right? Or you can build what we call a brand, right? Where people like, know, and trust you, and you build the relationship that way. And when you build that relationship, if you got 10,000 people, even one person is subject to say yes per month. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all sit there for a little bit, because it's gonna take y'all a minute to get what I just said. Put a yes in the chat if you got what I just said. Put a yes in the chat if you got what I just said. Per month. Lisa said yes. Bonnie, hey Bonnie, how you doing? You haven't been on these side of heaven in a while. How you doing? Can't wait to see you. Yes. So the goal, I just gave y'all some gem. I don't even think y'all got it. The goal, if you build a like, know, and trust factor, and if you're focused on building your email list, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do it. I ain't gonna leave you hanging. I keep trying to tell y'all, I ain't gonna leave you hanging. If you focus on building your email list, if you focus on that, because no matter if somebody say, oh my God, we just did a launch, and a launch means they planned out something like a master class to teach them how to you get $1 million baby plan in the insurance. I'm just giving that, like, so let's say one of my clients, she had a master class around $1 million baby plan, right? Let's say she built her email list and she have 1,000 people on her email list. And again, 2% of of those people say yes. Even with the 2%, that's a 500, based on how much the investment is that they're paying. That's still $500, or at least $500 to $1,000 commission inside of her account. And she's doing it in a way where she's doing a masterclass, so she's leading more than one person at the same time to her calendar, opposed to be calling one person, hang up, calling one person, hang up, calling one person, hang up. But when you are able to build your book of business, build your email list, you constantly have people to talk to. Why is that? Because what happened is when you're, let's say, let's go back and use that 1,000 people again. Not all 1,000 people are ready at the same time that's on your email list. I'm just trying to show y'all the power of having an email list. Not all 1,000 people are ready at the same time. Let's say 4 people is ready in January. Another 2 is ready in February. Another 6 is ready in May. Another 9 is ready in October. Do you see how it works? From that 1,000 email lists, because you've been reaching out to them and nurturing them and talking with them. That's the secret, y'all. I don't give y'all the $1 million plan, but I don't know if you got it. I don't. Give me another yes to make sure you got it. Give me another yes. So now this is why no matter who's telling, if you're on the internet and if you're using social media to build your business, which is what I do, using the power of video marketing. We'll talk more about that in Orlando. Using the power of video marketing to build my entire business, like literally video marketing, right? Now, how did I use video marketing to build my email list? Yes, and it is nurturing, but the thing is, nobody want to spend time doing that, because they're thinking, if I am trying to build my email list, Sherri, how do I get paid? What if while I'm building my email list, they don't want to buy a policy? Then how do I get paid? Drink water, mind my business. Okay. That is where you messed up at, because around these streets, we don't just sell life insurance. We a whole brand up in here. Okay. So, but anyways, we're going to get that. We're going to get to that. So how do I, knowing the importance of having an email list, I can scream it to the mountaintops. You need an email list. Your email list becomes, oh God, I told my son I needed my laptops, yeah, because I really wanted to really work on this. I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, I'll do my best. So you have a big, let me do it this way. Oh my God. So you have a big email list. This is your email list. Oh God, email. Okay. So this is your email list, right? And then after your email list, you have your book of business. So you have your book of business. So you have your email list and you have your book of business, right? And then you may have your products that you're selling, not just life insurance. That's a whole different game. All right. So from your email list, your people who want to work with your 5-star client, they're in your book of business. But what they're buying for you is different products. When I say products, I'm not just talking about IULs. I'm not just talking about final expense. I'm not just talking about term life. I'm not just talking about tax. I'm not talking about 1040 EZ. I'm not just talking about none of that. I'm talking about your products. I'm talking about your books, and I'm talking about your story that that you package in a book. I'm talking about digital products as well. right? I'm talking about your speaking engagements and all that stuff that they're not teaching you, okay? So I'm talking about all this stuff. So you have this big book of business. Here you have this email. Then you have a book of business of insurance clients. But on top of the insurance clients, you also have products. And forgive me, I can't get y'all the screen thing, but then you have products, right? That you are selling from your own self. Some of y'all got some amazing story that y'all are not activating. Some of y'all been through some stuff, and that's what got you inside of the financial space, and you're not telling your story. You're not activating, you're exposing the story to help others and encourage others. What's happening right now, the reason why you're missing sales is not having an email list. And even if you do have sales, they sell from you and they buy from you, they buy your product, as in like your IUL, and then they're gone. Well, they sell something in you to trust you enough to buy the product. So they got to be more that you're selling to them. And let's say someone call you on the phone right now. Do you have something else to sell them outside of your commission? Or, and the reason why how I got to this is because when I got in life insurance, I realized that I'm new to life insurance. I wasn't going to make any money. Right. So somebody got it. Bonnie got it. Bonnie got it. So I said, all right, I gotta really make my value in this space. But in the meantime, I forgot to feed my son. I'm a single mom. I just got married last September. So I was listen, I'm just new to the marriage stuff. Okay. So I still gotta make money for my son. I still got rent to pay. I got stuff that I need to do. So I said, okay, if the person come to me and I cannot buy this particular, they do not want life insurance, what other thing can I offer them based on the problem in finance that they're having? Right, based on the problem that they're having in finance, what can I help them with? Budget analysis. There's a whole new thing. I don't have time to get into that, but there should be nobody that come to you that need your services and you're stuck in saying, oh, you don't want life insurance, I can't help you. Oh, you don't want to buy a home, I can't help you. Because if this person don't want to buy a home because they're not ready, because their credit is jacked up, you should have an ebook ready to sell them and say, hey, I can't serve you right now. However, because I can't serve you right now, here's a book that I have, an ebook that can help you. I have a book. I have a master, the ultimate life insurance playbook, and it's the ultimate life insurance playbook. And the playbook is designed to teach people who are not in insurance space what life insurance, what term life, what whole life. It's $27. Simple as that. So you're leaving money on the table because you don't have some type of digital I don't know why I'm going this way, because I'm still not getting to where I want to go to, but I think God is trying to tell me that I need to tell y'all something. You're leaving money on the table because you don't have an ebook. So when the person comes to you and said, I'm not ready for a sale, or they need help in something that they cannot really buy right now. If I'm a real estate agent and a person is not ready because their credit is not the best, do I have a credit book that I can sell them? Do you have an ebook that you can sell to them about life insurance, that tell them about life insurance? That's a $27 book. Listen, now, yes, you didn't sell them a policy, but I guarantee you when they're ready, after learning all the stuff from your little ebook, then you'll be able to, and I said $27 or a PDF, but we're going to get to that. So now, how do you anticipate what they want before they want it? I just did. I literally just did. How do you anticipate that? A course, a workbook. Yes, Bonnie. Yes, Queen. Yes. Because right now the insurance is telling you, stay selling life insurance. Stay selling life. But yeah, baby, but I ain't make no sale to that. And I still got to pay the light bill. Right? I still got to pay the light bill. So now how many times people come to you and says, hey, you know what? I'm still kind of confused on this insurance stuff. I don't know if I need term life. I don't know if I need whole life. Well, I do have a quick less than 30-minute video that can teach you that. I do offer a $27 ebook that can teach you that, right? You're anticipating what they need before they ask. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Oh God, nobody's teaching y'all this. Y'all got y'all tickets? I know Bonnie do. Like nobody's teaching y'all. We are sold out. But the point, you got it. Anyways. So, but you're anticipated. So now let's say, all right, she said this is so good. Okay. So if you are in let's say, okay, Sherri, I don't know where to even start. We're getting an ebook. I don't even know where to start. Okay, let's crawl before we walk. Let's crawl before we walk. Okay. We talk about building your email list. So when you go live, do you have some type of PDF, a PDF, some type of thing that gives value? One of my clients, she has this PDF. They said five things to ask your insurance agents before saying yes to your insurance agents. And it's just five questions that they need to ask an insurance agent. They eat that up like ice water, like literally. Quick 5 minutes, was made on Canva. And that is something they need, right? That's something to anticipate. Oh, I need life insurance, but there's so many agents, I don't know who to go with. This is a quick PDF that I can use. Let me tell you, PDFs have added more emails to email lists, have increased email lists more than any other opt-in. That's what we call that, opt-in out in the world. The opt-in is someone say, download my this or download my that. You can download a video, you can download an ebook, you can download a PDF, whatever it be. But PDF, a form, a one-page 8x11 thing has made more increase your email list, which turned from your email list, right, to your book of business. That has made more money than anything else. Because guess what? The more you increase your email list and talk with them, because they're real people, right? Who do you think they will call on? Whenever someone, there's a lady that called me, she says, listen, I just have to call you about my policy. I'm like, ma'am, she's like, because I got an agent, but I get emails from you all the time. So I just got to call you. I need you to write me. And literally, I'm like, ma'am, I don't service New York. I have to find you somebody that service New York. She's like, man, I get your email address all the time. I'm telling my daughter about you and all this stuff. And she opt in from a PDF, from a small PDF, right? In your PDF, in your free giveaway, right? Your free digital product, this small giveaway, your small opt-in. What you're doing is you're anticipating the questions that your ideal client may have when it comes to the industry that you're in, because you're the expert in your industry. You're anticipating what is their questions that they may have, and you're using a small PDF. Don't get don't get all creative. And guess what? Oh, Sherri, where am I going to find these PDF from? Well, listen, there's a lot of companies that send out these brochures and all this stuff where you can put it together and create your own PDF. A PDF you don't have to be a PDF. A downloadable can be a 2-minute video. This video that I'm creating right now could be a downloadable, right? The goal is for you is to get them on your email list and keep talking to them to make sales. And then the other goal for that client is that whatever your value you're putting out about your industry, they get value. So it's a win-win for both. Here is value on the question that you may have to solve the problem that you may have in exchange for me getting your email address. And listen, I will be in somebody's DM. Listen, how you doing, girl? Okay, can I make a suggestion? Can you add a picture to your and they love that. They love like, oh my gosh, Sherri, I never thought of that. Yes, I'm not. And then I'm out. I'm gone because it's only got 2 minutes. But my point here is what question does your 5-star, your client that in your industry, if you're, because I believe riches is in the niches, right? What question does your client may have about the product you sell? And you create a five question Q&A around the answer to those questions. Very simple. Don't overthink it. You can pay somebody on Fiverr, Fiverr, $5 to do that for you. After you put in a word, back up. After AI create the word for you, after AI create the word for you, after AI jazz it up for you, then guess what? You put it. Let me see if I can even do it for y'all right now, because we gonna make that thing happen, baby. Let me see if I AI. Let me see. Create. Oh, let me share my screen with y'all so y'all can see what I'm doing. How am I gonna do this? Okay, be patient with me, because I'm gonna do this AI thing. while you're on here, so y'all can see in real time. That's why y'all need to come to the conference, because y'all gonna be seeing all of this in real time. Okay, so let me see if I can share my screen. You can use, she said, Lisa say you can just do a Google Doc if you can't do. Thank you, Lisa. Yes, 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 yes. I can't wait to see you either. I cannot wait to see. Exactly. Okay, so Bonnie asked, what is a book of business? Your book of business, people turn into clients or buy something. Yes, correct. Bonnie, great question. A book of business is your clients, your existing clients, that you have a list of all the clients you have throughout your time as a financial professional. So if you're a real estate agent, you have a book of business. And the reason why that, let's get and the realtors in the house and the realtors here. I know this group is for financial professionals, insurance agent. I know they said the average person stay at their home 5 years. Every they move around every 5 years. So just imagine whoever you sell a home to on their 5th year, they may be looking again. So you've been nurturing them within that time. They're ready to buy again. So instead of you having to go find clients, your book of business, you just have go ahead and tell us who you are, tell us what you do if you're a realtor here in the group. But so the average moving time, I'm an investor, but I went to real estate school, but I'm an investor. I didn't want to pay all them fees, y'all. But if you know that your goal is to create an average book of business, because let's be clear, let's say you have 50 people in your book of business. You know, out the 50 insurance aid, y'all, I'm so excited. I can't wait for Unleash. You know, at the 50, right? Somebody's gonna get divorced. Somebody's gonna that means a breakup. That means a house gotta be sold again. Out your book of business, the people you know, there's an illness, there's a death that's gonna happen. If once you have that's all you're aiming for, y'all. Because if you there's a gentleman that I talked to. He's a millionaire in the financial industry. He said, Sherri, I don't recommend people having more than 100 book of business if they don't have an agency. 100. He said, because out that 100, let's think about it. Those people going to go through a divorce. They're going to get married. They're going to have a debt. They're going to have certain things happen to them that's beyond your COVID. That's beyond your control. So if you're nurturing your book of business, right? So your goal is to get to 100 clients, 100 right clients or less, okay? Because it all depends on the asset of that client. Y'all following me? Yes, you're following me? So you can probably have 40 clients in before. Fine. Over the years of being an agent. That's what I'm trying to say. Not just a year or two. I'm saying over the years. So if you have, let's say you have 20 clients and all them at your 20 clients, they all make 500,000. Now, let me be realistic, because some of y'all are going to scream if I say that. So let me just go 250,000, right? If your clients has an asset of 250,000, which is a house, and they have kids and they're married, baby, that will keep you busy, because somebody's getting married, somebody's getting divorced, somebody's bearing a death or something happened, family members splitting up, getting back together. There's so much life happenings within your book of business that you don't have to keep marketing again, because you won't have a room for more clients. Y'all getting this? And oh my God. Are y'all getting this? So you think you need a whole bunch of clients? No, you don't. You don't need a whole bunch of clients, because in reality, there's so much life happenings. Like just last year, a single mom, then I got married with my husband, then we moved in a house. So just myself alone had so many happenings. So we had to increase our insurance, went from just my insurance, then my son's insurance, then my son got in the Marine, so he needed insurance. Just from one household, just from one married household, y'all, oh Jesus. Yeah, y'all working too hard. Y'all are working too hard. You just got to make sure that you really tap in with your marketing to the right ideal client. Y'all are working too hard, because you're thinking you need leads. Remember, everybody said they need leads. I need leads. No, you don't. You need the right type of people. You need a few right type of people, because if somebody has an asset, and notice I said asset is the amount of money or liquidated money that they may have, a house, a stock, and all that stuff that they have. If you just need a few of those within the price range, I want to say 200, based on what state you're in, that's a little different, but 250,000 or more, right? Because that family, I always try to make sure, they're married, they have kids, because now you're selling multiple policies to them, and not just policy, you're maybe helping them with their budgeting, their finances. That's not part of life insurance. Depends on how you brand and market yourself. That's a different story. I have time to get into all that good stuff, but Bonnie say I ain't trying to work too hard. And so I ain't trying to work too hard. So you oh God, I got so much to say. So when you came on this live thinking I need a whole bunch of people to be able to make my $1,000,000, right? And for the record, I teach women how to make the 250,000. That's why I started. That's why I said 250,000, because you got to make 250,000 before you get to 1,000,000, right? So you think you need a whole lot of clients to get there, but I need you to rewire your thought process of how you look at this business. No, you only need a few clients with the right amount of asset. Now, here's the thing. Now, Sherri, how do I bring those in? Your marketing style, and I don't have time to even go deeper this. You have to anticipate their needs. So for instance, a person who has a $250,000 asset. Let's say they have a house that's valued at $250,000. If they pass away because they're the breadwinner of their family, they need to make sure that home is paid. So if you're doing a PDF, that PDF is going to speak to that person. That messaging, that wording, that copy on that content on that PDF needs to speak to that person pain point. I wanted to see if I could share my screen with you, but I feel like I'm gonna lose you if I do. So I'm being careful if I can do it. Let me see if I can share my screen with you. So I would say create a lead magnet. Give me a 1 in the chat if you can see my screen. That have 5 questions a first time home buyer may have about buying a home. 1 in the chat if you can see my screen again. Okay, so buying a home, right? So this is Chat GTP, and Kimberly is gonna go all over Chat GTP. This is Chat GTP. Boom, 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 boom. This is Chat GTP. I asked Chat GTP to create a lead magnet that have 5 questions a first time home buyer may have about buying a home, and get expert insight and make an informed decision for a smooth home buying process. So that would be, so I would take a copy of this, drop that in Canva. And I say Canva because it can jazz it up. Question: how much can I afford to spend on a home? And these are the things that they need to know. So you can take this, like, oh my gosh, life is so easy. Life is so easy, y'all. Your life is so easy. Life is so, say that to me. Say the affirmation. Life is so easy. It is easy. Everything I can figure it out. In time, I can figure it out. Life is easy. So I can take this copy and I can go over to Canva, drop these words. I don't have time to go all the way into that, but I can go over to Canva and I can drop that in Canva to create a format for me. And then that's my PDF. And I think somebody says Google. I can drop that in Google, right? I said Canva because you want to jazz up, make it a little more feminine and all that stuff. That's it. Like that's a PDF. That's a PDF. That is a lead magnet that someone who's a first-time home buyer would ask those 5 questions. And then when you're going live, you drop your lead magnet during your live for them to grab it, but they have to opt in and give you their email address before they do. Now that person now get placed in your email and you create conversations with them. So when you do decide to reach out to them, you're not a stranger because they've been eating up all your value this whole time. So you don't feel awkward calling this person, because every Monday I come up here giving you all these free gems. So guess what? You should not feel awkward with somebody jumping your DM and say, hey, listen, what's up? right? So I'm telling you that she said this is good. I love it. I love it. Okay. I'm telling you, so you're not even let me be clear. Your question to me would be, Sherri, anticipation. Your question to me, Sherri, what am I gonna put on the when I do my lead magnet? Because that's what it is. What am I gonna put on there? And I literally had Chat GTP do it for me. I can even change that out. Let's change that. Let's change that, copy that, put that down here, paste that. I mean, back in the days, we had to pay people to do this for us. Come on, y'all. Create a lead magnet that have 5 questions, uh, a family with an asset of 250K would before buying life insurance. All right, so you over here, delete that. Create a lead magnet that have 5 questions a family with an asset of 250K would need to know before buying life insurance. So I just did the first time I did real estate. The second time I'm doing, because whether you're in real estate, whether you're in insurance, whether you're in taxes, we're all in the financial space, no matter what. Bookkeeping, whatever it may be, loan officer, we're all under the financial umbrella. So now let me see what chat, y'all. You would have to pay somebody to come up with a copywriter to do all this for you. So now notice I said 250K because that's the type of ideal client I want to reach. So my question to someone who make 250K versus someone who make 60K a year is going to be different, right? The conversation is different. And notice, as a responsible family, ensuring the financial security of your loved ones is utmost important. I mean, they do all the work for you. You take all of that and then you go live with that and then have a link for them to grab that. If this is good, put a high five in the chat if you're learning something tonight. If this is good, so you Chat GTP is free, right? How much did it cost you to create a lead magnet to be able to do this? How much did that cost you? How much money did that cost you? She said, I'm creating my lead magnet tonight. That's what I'm talking about. How much did that cost you? So, and that I did that title, Life Insurance 101, 5 essential questions my family with a 250 asset need to know. Now, here's the thing. As soon as someone see that and they know they make 250K in asset, they know that lead magnet is for them. If they're not making 250K, they're going to bypass this, and that's fine because that's not who you want anyways. You don't want no tire kickers and you don't want no chargebacks. So you're fine with that. Okay, boo, because people who have asset to protect, baby, they're going to protect them assets. Okay, so this is, you take a copy of that, drop that into a nice Google Docs, I think Lisa suggested, or Canva. I want to say jazz it up just because you wanted to stand out. But this is, let me stop sharing. That is your way of anticipating a need. If that's why it's so important to know who your ideal client is and where the riches is in the niches. You're right. You can't sell to everybody. You can't. Some people are just not my client, and I'm okay with that. You should feel the same way too. People love exclusivity, right? If the people didn't love exclusivity, we will be getting a new iPhone every time. No, we can't afford it, but we're still trying to find a way to get it. People love exclusivity. That's why we will go broke trying to buy a Louis bag or whatever it may be. They love exclusivity. So knowing that the riches and the niches, you can't serve. So if you're in the financial space, you got to figure out where your area of expertise is. Now, it doesn't mean that your area of expertise has to be a specific industry, because my area of expertise is building your credibility, your authority. Because once someone believes in you, they're going to say yes to you. Because they're saying, if everybody find you credible, clearly I need to say yes to you. And I have this problem, and you're the person I want to say yes to you because I find you credible. right? How do I find you credible? Well, you have a whole PDF that talks about 5 questions that they need to know. I mean, if that's not credible enough, I don't know what it is, right? They're seeing you, you're nurturing with them. So that credibility is super important when someone say yes to you, because they can find any agent to help them. They can find any insurance agent, any tax agent, any insurance agent to help them. So you have to, but when we talk about anticipating a client's needs before they're asking, that is you creating something that they need. Like, oh, I never, or here's the thing. If you need to be able for them to say, oh, I didn't think of that before. Just like you're on this live saying, hey, I never thought of that before. I never thought of creating a lead magnet that have questions that my Pacific clients, notice I said Pacific clients would have questions about, and then have them download and grab their email to create an email list so I can create my book of business from the email list. Sherri, what happened when I create this email list? Well, what happened when you create this email list is you keep reminding these email lists that you're the one I need to go to. You, Lisa, you know your stuff. You, Pam, you know your stuff. Yeah, you, Bonnie. Oh, Bonnie knows her stuff, man. Bonnie been sending me stuff about the changes to my insurance. Bonnie been sending me stuff about changes with my tax and the tax laws and the IULs. Oh my goodness. So when I need something changed, guess who I'm going to go to? Bonnie. And speaking of the book of business, again, the strategy is who's ready today may not be ready tomorrow. Who's ready tomorrow may not be ready today, but there's always somebody ready. That's how you can have predictable income, because you build a book of business that every month a different type of person is ready. Why? Because life is always happening, and you're only marketing to the people who need your services now. That's what they're not telling you. You're not marketing to convince people. And that's why I say a lot of y'all posts out here, your marketing, your conversation, your messaging is as if you are convincing them they should get life insurance, they should stop paying rent. And I'm like, they know that. They already know that. You don't need to convince anybody anything at all. What you need to show them is the benefits and the features and the results of what they want. What do they want? They want to make sure that should God call them home tomorrow, they are able to provide for their family. They want to make sure, even if God is not calling them home, can they don't outlive their money. They want to make sure that should something happen, they can pull from their money instead of having to go to the bank and they're not getting any interest on their money. They want to know that, hey, instead of paying somebody else's mortgage, let me go ahead and pay my mortgage, and doing it in a way that is more subtle and not condescending, right? Doing it in a way that's more humble, and don't down talk to them. Don't down talk to them at all. You're talking to them in a manner of respect, right? You're showing them, hey, like when somebody say, yeah, you need to stop paying rent and get you a house. Okay, I know that. Tell me more. You need to tell me more. Well, you know what? Having a home, you can have a HELOC, you can have an open lock, a credit, you can pull from your own home in case there's emergency. You can't do that with renting. Not to mention that having a home, you said based on your child's and how your child life of living, they're raised better in a home. Statistics shows when there's a household versus when you have an apartment, like you have a backyard. It's just the big statistics on the kids being raised with a backyard, like how they grew up and all this stuff. Show them that, opposed to get this or you're gonna die. Like, I cannot stop that scarcity mentality or talking down to people mentality in your marketing. That's because you know how to market. But if you know how to market, you can talk with love with someone and educate them on why it makes sense, not just saying to them, hey, you need to get life insurance. We all know we need life insurance. Hey, you don't know you need life insurance? I know I need life insurance. But sometimes it's more, show them how they can afford that life insurance. Show them what the life insurance can do for them, instead of barking at them and tell them you're gonna die and oh my God, I hate that. And are you open to different ideas? I hate that in them DMs. But we got to learn how to lead with love. Like what people are saying, they want life insurance, but they're saying, Sherri, I don't know if I can afford it right now. Or I already have life insurance in my job. And how does this make sense? And that's where you come in and start using your strategy, using your mindset, using those things between your ears, and show them different ways how life insurance can be affordable for them. And then just and again, just show them examples of clients. You don't have to say the name, but example of clients you're anticipating, because you never know when you're showing an example of a client, you could be answering their problem that they already have. Another thing, another way of showing them example is using a lead magnet, because if they opt in, or if they press the link to get that lead magnet, chances are they have that problem, right? So if they grab the link to say, oh, this sounds interesting, I need to grab the link. Now you can have a conversation with them, because it's a warmer conversation, because they opt in. They've grabbed your stuff. They didn't have to. So again, or you can go back to buying leads, cold call with people who don't even know that they fill out something. I believe in better relationship when there's honesty and transparency there, versus trying to trick people or use a script and manipulate. The reason why those scripts are not working for you, because you're trying to untrain your brain to do something your brain don't want to do, because your brain is telling you no. That's not how we work around here. So your integrity alarm is going off, and because your integrity alarm is going off, you're having to untrain your brain, and your brain is like, no, I don't want that. That's not how your loyalty, your integrity works. So you got to figure out which one is more important, your integrity or fighting against your brain to do something that you know that you don't want to do in the first place. And then when you get on there, the energy that you bring on the call repel the sale, because you know you're not in the energy of attraction, because you don't believe in the sale that call that you're on. Oh, Jesus, I don't have time. I will see y'all in Orlando. We ain't got time to even go all deep in that, right? However, the way I just described in creating a free 2-minute lead magnet that Chat GTP created for you, that's going to educate your clients. You're giving away something for free in exchange for their email, and you're talking with them over time to let them know what's going on. That's a more wholesome way of doing things. And I think a person will say yes to you not that way, and believe in you that way, because you're more transparent than you having to call people, hang up and call and manipulate. It just doesn't sit well with me. Maybe I might the only one. Put me in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. It just doesn't sit well with me. I rather do it the godly way. I rather do my integrity mess with me when I try to do things that is not off what my values are. Right? When I go against my value, then we have a problem. Yeah. Anyways, so she said, I don't like it either. Thank you. I'm not alone. Good. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Okay. So really quick before we hop off, how to anticipate the client's needs before being asked. Let's recap really quick. The first thing is understanding what your ideal client pain points are. So you can create what we call a lead magnet, create a PDF answering those questions. Because when you answer those questions, it showed to the person, it showed to the prospect, because they're not yet your client, it showed to the prospect that you know what you're talking about. When that PDF is evidence that you're credible in what you are saying. So they download it to get, and it's one of those things where I'll download it, I may read it later, I may read it, I may not, but it opened up what we call inside a Joyful Tribe, we have these different frameworks that we go through, but it create that credibility, and it create that anticipation of knowing who you are in upfront. It create that. So in knowing that, I would start there. Your goal is to increase your book of business. Then after increasing your book of business is nurturing those book of business. So increase your email list. And then in increasing your email list, you nurture that email list that turns into your book of business. Now, here's the beauty about that too. Those book of business, people already, like, know, and trust you. So therefore, since they like, know, and trust you, then the next step is, what else can you offer that person out? Not just a policy, or not just get a house. Because let's be clear, real estate agents, honey, it take people forever to decide on what house, especially in this market. And you still got to pay the light bill tomorrow, right? So even if you close on the sale, how long were you in the sale? How many times, how much gas did you put in to drive all over the place to make the sale happen? And insurance agents, y'all was the same way. Y'all was out in these out in these streets, knocking on these doors in the hot sun. God bless y'all, because I don't know how y'all did it. Right. So not when there's 3 billion people on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, 3 billion people. So those same billion people that you're knocking on their door, they have a phone in their hand looking at Facebook. Well, how about I just go where they're looking, right? Maybe I'm just different. How about I just go where they're looking instead of getting my gas, driving all over the place, and that relationship is not built. So they're on the defense mechanism before you even get in the door. Plus, do you want people knocking on your door? Let's be honest. Let's just be honest. Do you want people knocking your door? You find it irritating, so why would we do it to somebody else? Just saying, don't shoot the messenger. I see you in Orlando. Hey, y'all, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Make sure you grab the replay if you're just joining us back. I cannot wait. If you have a question, go ahead and drop it here. I will go ahead and answer your question even when I'm offline, because that's what I do. It's your girl, Sherri Summer Bell. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.